Hello and welcome to the final video in this four-part series on migrant and refugee students in German and Swedish schools. If you haven't watched the first three, I'll link those. This video takes on the question we left the last video with: what do we do with newcomers who arrive between the ages of 15 and 18 with little to no national language proficiency? Oftentimes these students will age out of the youth educational system, but not all is lost. Both Germany and Sweden have advanced and widespread basic adult education systems. And there is a very special program in Sweden that is in its first year that I also want to talk about. If you're interested in learning about options for your adult students, click the like button and stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I want to address is the GED system in the US. I know that some of you are thinking that we offer GEDs, and thus we are offering basic adult education in most jurisdictions in the US. And why would we need anything more? Well, I would argue that the GED is less prestigious than a full high school diploma, although it's quite a rigorous program, especially for migrant students whose first language isn't English. Given the choice between a job applicant with a GED and one with a high school diploma, all other qualifications being equal, the one with the diploma would be more likely to get the job. This indicates that the GED is seen as less than a diploma. With that in mind, it would seem that we want most of our students to get a full high school diploma. So what do you think about this debate? Do you have any experience with GED programs? Comment below with your thoughts. We're going to start in Sweden this time. There is a well-established municipal adult education or MAE program with national guidance. Some of the most popular classes are Swedish for immigrants and the civic orientation class that immigrants take as part of their employment prep program. These can be taken alone or in combination with other training classes depending on the type of employment they seek. There are also programs which cover all of the content from the 9 years of compulsory school in a single year and the same exact upper secondary tracks, the 12 vocational and 6 college prep choices that traditional secondary schoolers have access to. So in essence, adult migrants can complete the exact same education as Swedish and migrant youth, but in a compressed timeline. The exact path that an adult takes in the MAE system is individualized to meet the needs of the student. This is a government mandate and is fulfilled by the student, teachers, and career counselors working together. Now, this has historically been a very successful program, judging by the migrants' increased workforce participation and income after completion of MAE. It's also the embodiment of the Swedish values of independence and self-determination, which is present in every level of schooling from preschool onward. But this system is not working for unaccompanied minors or young adults who arrive alone. These young people often have financial obligations to their families in their home country and must work. Also, many young people in recent years have come from areas of the world where secondary school was part-time, loosely organized, or simply not necessary for their profession. This makes the strictly regulated and scheduled nature of the Swedish school system difficult for them to adjust to. Added to that, often they are without familial support and guidance. The MAE system was not designed for young students with limited formal education living alone in a new country. This criticism appeared in several studies over the past few years, and in response, the Swedish government got creative. They developed a new initiative for unaccompanied youth and young adults. The Folk High School is a long-standing program of residential high school for disadvantaged youth in Sweden. It combines housing, education, and wraparound services like healthcare and counseling for students aged 17 to 21 who need a little more help to complete their education. Beginning last fall, unaccompanied youth and young adults are eligible to attend and will be integrated with their Swedish peers. It's too soon to evaluate the effectiveness, but I'm really hopeful. Have you heard about the Folk High School program for migrants? Let me know in the comments. Moving south to Germany, the basic adult education is just as diverse and decentralized as the rest of German educational structures. There are programs in every state and generally include a variety of day and evening programs to cater to working adults. The same school leaving qualifications available to youth are available to adults. There's no GED or equivalency diploma. In most states, the Volkshochschule, or People High School, provides basic adult education. There is generally little to no cost, and there are standardized programs with a set series and progression of courses to complete for the certifications. This is different than the individualized nature of Swedish programs. Beyond the general high school curricula, there are multiple programs, especially for migrants who need vocational and language training. The career orientation for refugees programs include the adult versions of secondary vocational education, like the Hauptschule or Realschule, as well as a program where migrant students who have a secondary qualification from their home country can try out a career through a temporary placement combined with workshop days at one of the local adult schools to learn the German language and business norms necessary for that career in particular. This program is combined with career counseling and is designed to help young employable migrants choose a vocational track that will help them integrate into German society. So I'd like to wrap up this video series with a three-part proposal. We want migrants coming into the United States to integrate and lead successful, stable lives. And education is the path to success and integration. There are three really great educational initiatives from Sweden and Germany that we should be implementing right now. Universal preschool with combined classrooms, meaning that we do not segregate the migrant children in any way from the non-migrants, is essential. The OECD wrote in 2015 that absorbing the youngest immigrant children into the school system is the most effective way of integrating them. It must be affordable for all families, so either a heavily subsidized sliding scale like Sweden or the Berlin model of only paying for food is appropriate. Second, widespread access to alternative means of finishing high school is essential for migrant students who arrive after the age of 15. The four-year high school program is not doable for many students who have limited or interrupted education and must also learn to speak, read, and write English on an adult level. And GED programs are just not enough. There must be multiple options for schedules and timelines, and the diplomas must be identical to those offered through traditional high schools. We should also keep a very close eye on Sweden's folk high school program over the next several years. Finally, developing literacy concurrently in two languages like the Hamburg and Berlin bilingual schools is ideal for primary and secondary schools. Wherever possible, this should be the model. And I know that some school systems are doing this now. It will benefit both migrants and non-migrants and put them on a level playing field. So how are you going to help the migrants and refugees in your school and district? Let me know in the comments below. As always, like and subscribe for regular content about migrants and refugees in education and the news. My name is Catherine McDougall. Ciao.